Hi, from that intro, you probably thought this is going to be about motorcycles. But hey, motorcycles is my hobby. Been my hobby for over 30 years. Now, I've been really way behind in doing these prostate cancer videos. I think my last one was about 2.5 years ago. In between that time, we moved from San Diego to Peoria, Arizona. I still have my bike, still ride, and I had to go back and look at my first video. I kind of forgot. I'm not good at time and years and stuff like that. But the first video I did about my journey through the prostate cancer world was 13 years ago. That was the day before I went in for radical prostatectomy. And here I am, 13 years later. Still enjoying life, still doing things most people wish they would do. I'm getting my PSA tested every 6 months now. And so far, it's been undetectable. Now, I always say this in my videos. I do a lot of stuff that I really don't know if it has any, if it's working or not working, but it certainly doesn't hurt me. I do these supplements. I have a shake that I make every week, and I usually have it for lunch and stuff. That has all sorts of things in it, from curcumin, which is the active ingredient in turmeric, to about 3 or 4 different types of mushroom powders. And so it has a lot of stuff in there. If you go back to my videos, you'll see how I make these drinks. And my own personal opinion, and it's just that, it's just a personal opinion, that if you come down with prostate cancer, or any cancer for that matter, hey, just having surgery or radiation or whatever, in my opinion, is not going to be enough. You got to be careful, because a lot of these cancers come back after a while. So I would suggest, like I did, have a lifestyle change. I did a lot of reading, and they say that the Mediterranean diet is great for cancer, and basically that's a lot of veggies and olive oil and stuff, and I do that. I try to avoid sugars, processed food, and like I said, I do my drinks and stuff, my supplements. Now, when I did go back, and again, you could look at my prior videos, to the National Institutes of Health after my surgery, their very sensitive PSA test did pick up a reading on it. So I did have it then, but lately, even out here with the more sensitive PSA test out here, it's being undetectable. Now, with 13 years, from what I've read, usually if you're lucky enough to have that situation where it gets undetectable or doesn't move, usually about 10 years or so is when a lot of people see it start to move and start to come back. So I think I may have beat that. At least I hope I did. And I'm not worried about it. You know, in the beginning, when I was getting my PSA results every 3 months, it was tough to look at that results, because I was worried the number was gonna show that it was detectable and that it started to go up and stuff. So I knew the test was there. I had to click the button to see the reading on it, and it was tough to do. Now I don't think about it at all, really. So you know, it's life goes on. There's a lot of new developments in the 13 years since my surgery. I mean, there's a lot of new things. There's a lot more people who are what's called watchful waiting. In other words, their PSA numbers, their Gleason scores, they give a score to the type of cancer after they do a biopsy. And if those scores show it's not that aggressive, a lot of people are opting out, which I agree, for a watchful waiting situation where they just get tested every other month and they watch the PSA numbers. It's a simple blood test, by the way. It's no big deal. And if their PSA stays the same or goes down, hey, they just don't worry about it. If it does start to go up, then that would be the signal, depending on where it goes up. If it goes up, let's say 2 consecutive months in a row, then it might be time to take some action on it. I think that's a good philosophy. I also, as I just said before, I think it's, if you get diagnosed with prostate cancer, remember 2 things. It's a very slow growing cancer, and most people who are diagnosed with it die from something else. Hey, they're in a car accident, they have a heart attack, who knows what. So don't get, I mean, you're going to get upset, there's nothing you can do, but it's not the end of the world. And by all means, do, read up on it, check out my prior videos and stuff. And probably my most important tip that I could say is make a lifestyle change. This is a wake-up call. This is a reminder. If you just have your surgery or have your radiation and just keep going on as you were before, eating a lot of processed food, drinking a lot of soft drinks, a lot of sugar, cancer like sugar, you're asking for trouble. So take it as a wake-up call. Make some serious changes to your diet. It's going to be better for you. I just went on a diet here for about 3 months, and I lost about 30 pounds. Not that I had to, but I thought, hey, look, I want to get back down to my regular weight. And I was a little over where I thought I should be, so now I'm back down right in the range where I want to be, and I'm going to watch it. But bottom line here is make that change. Read up on it. Read about the diet for prostate cancer. Read about the Mediterranean diet. There's a lot of good things on the internet and books out there. And by all means, look at my prior videos. So hey, I'm here. I'm out in Peoria. I'm still riding my bike. And I'm going to be 77 years old, if you can believe that, soon. So I don't feel that old, but hey, I'm sure not doing the things that I used to do. I mean, I don't ride my bike at night, and I don't, if there's any chance of rain, I'm not going to ride my bike, etc., etc. But the bottom line here is, hey, look, you can beat this thing. It's not the end of the world, and by all means, listen to your doctors. And probably the other thing I should say here is always get a second opinion on what to do. And I mean, if a surgeon gives you opinion, hey, that's great. But don't go to another surgeon for an opinion. Go to, maybe a radiologist or a GP and get their opinion. So you have at least 2 opinions, because, hey, the decision on what you're going to do, whether it's watchful waiting, surgery, or radiation, is a tremendous decision, and it has a lot of ramifications and stuff with it. And I am going to say one more thing, and that is there's been a lot of advancements in the last 15 years, a lot of drugs that are being used now successfully for prostate cancer, which weren't used before. One of them is Keytruda. That's been now used for prostate cancer. And there's experiments going on, and I guess some very successful results, which taking the DNA out of polio, if you can believe it, and changing it around somehow so it attacks cancer cells. So, I mean, there's a lot of good things that are happening out there. Anyway, be sure to look at the rest of my videos, and thanks for watching.
Hey guys, this is Cassie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell us in the comments below what you found to be the most interesting and why. Also, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the bell notification next to the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our latest videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.